creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. DeAgostini Collectibles Build the Moomin House, Box 20, Part 6. In this video, we're going to complete issue 84 of the build. Let's go. As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. With every stage of the build comes component parts and a magazine. These are the component parts for part 6. This is not all of them. I have to bring back just grab it. We also have to be using the putty. So let's have a look at what we're going to be doing first. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build this big frame, and then we're going to attach it to the frame that we did, which is here, that we built, not in the last video but the one before that. So we'll have another tall, so I've got 1, 2, 3, this will be the 4th tall one that we do. So it's the frame for the outer wall, 1st and 2nd floors. So it looks like there's going to be a first, yeah, ground, 1st, 2nd, yep. So it'll be the 4th one we have, and then we're also going to be doing some vegetables out of clay. The animals who escape from the zoo. The last dragon in the world, Moomin Troll's dragon. There he is. Moomin Troll's dragon. So there's a list of all the components. They're not including this though, because this is what we got in issue 77. So these are the step-by-step instructions, and this is what we'll have at the end. It's very tall. And then in the next video we're going to be putting together some vegetables. So it looks like I think it's onions, spring onions I think, and then they attach onto the stove, which I've already glued into the house. So as always, before I start any build, I just like to make sure that we have everything, because we don't always get everything, but most of the time we do. So let me open the blister. So we've got a selection of these. So we've got 2 FD1s, which are here and here. We have 2 FD1N, which is here. We have 2 FD2s, which are probably under here. That's a 2 FD4, which is here, and another 2 FD4. This is a 2 FD3, and under that is a 2 FD1. Then we've got some, I think the corners, we've got a rod or dowling. We've got magnets. Yep. So we've what's that? Here's the dowling. Yeah, so we've got everything we're supposed to have at this stage of the build. We've got our components, we've got our magazine. Let's go. So to start this stage of the build, we need 2 of these, which are 2 FD4s. We need 2 of these, which are 2 FD1s. And we've got to put these together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them that way around, like that, if they'll sit like that. Remember that the codes point upwards. This is the top and this is the bottom. So we need to put glue in these alcoves, channels. I don't really know what I'm calling them anymore. So let's get that. I'm going to put a blob in there. And a blob in there. And then I'm going to spread it around. Put some in there. So we get these. We got to turn them around like that. Put this one in there. And then get it in the next section there. Oops. Like that. Get it down. Turn this one over like that. And the code has to be at the top, not the bottom. There. That's those two in. Just let them dry. Like that. The full look. We've got to put a couple more of these in, maybe even 3 more. So we need a couple more 2 FD ones. So these are dry enough now. We can add these two. 2 more of the 2 FD ones. Remove any excess glue. And then make sure the cords are pointing up like that. So I'll start off with this one. Get it in place, which goes here. You can see the cutouts there. That's where they go. Just in case you're wondering where I was putting them. That one in there. And then the one at the top. They're going in perfectly, actually. Making sure the flush. So the next thing we've got to do, we're going to add these, one at the top and one at the bottom, but don't get them mixed up because we've got 2 FD1 and we've got 2 FD1N. So the 2 FD1 goes at the top and the 2 FD1N goes at the bottom. So I'm just going to move this out of the way so I can glue them. I'm going to turn them that way because that's what it's supposed to be, with the cords pointing up to the top. And with this one at the bottom you can see the holes to join it with the underneath one. Just got to put some glue in and get them stuck in place. So I'm going to put glue there. And before I put glue in that one, I want to make sure See, if there's too much glue here, I can use it for the other ones. Out there. There's a lot of glue there. Start putting glue in this other one here. And as you can see, there's still quite a bit of glue in there that I can steal and put in this one. Just saves me wasting glue. There we go, that's that one. Let's make sure this one's covered. And this one's covered on all the sides. Alright, so this is the bottom one and this is the top one. I'm going to bring the frame back now. I don't want this to tip over. So I'm going to bring the frame back now. So this one goes at the top. That one goes there, that one goes there, like that, at the top, and then the other one, the other one goes at the bottom here. Just make sure that the cords are pointing up and the holes are at the bottom, and then we'll just sit it in there. That one's gone in, this one hasn't yet. There we go. Let's make sure the flush and this one's come off, of course, because I keep moving it, but it's fine. Let's get it back in. There, that one's in. That one's in. There we go. Okay, top one's in, bottom one's in. They're both flush, so I'm going to leave all of them to dry. I'm going to pull out so you can see exactly what I've done the whole way. This seems to be, I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it seems to be pulling down like that, so I need to get them flush and in. I'll put that in there just to make sure they stay in place. These bottom ones are fine. So I'm going to let all of this dry now before we put these in. These left and rights. This is 2 FD3 and this is 2 FD2. So while the frame's drying here, I'm going to put the magnets in, which are here. As you can see, they're stuck together. I need to separate them and put them on different parts of my desk so that they don't snap together or stick to anything else metal. They're very strong magnets, very strong. And they don't repel each other. That's why you can put them in there's no set way to put them in. So, right, so I've got them separated now. So I'm going to start off with the first one. So I'm going to turn these over, put that aside. So we'll start off with this one. I'm going to use this again because it works really well. There we go, magnets on there. Get my Tamiya cement. So we're just going to put tiny bits of cement there. Turn it upside down, line up the holes, and drop it in there like that. That's the first one in. So we catch the light there. So we get the next one in here. So we just grab it like that, put some cement on it, turn it upside down, line up the hole, push it in place like that, second one in, and the third one goes in there. Just grab another one, just rinse and repeat, cement, turn it upside down, line up with the hole, that didn't seem to want to go in. Let me just line it up properly. There, it's in. Let me just push it. Doesn't want to go flat in, but go. See it there? Right, do this one. Pick up a magnet from the desk. Just gonna wipe if there's any. Just rinse and repeat. Trying to see where the last magnet is. Where did I put the last magnet? Maybe it's stuck to something. I did hear it. I did hear a click. So I'm wondering if it's stuck to. Did it stick to these? Oh no, it stuck to the. It stuck to the other side of that. I heard it click. So that's the final hole there. So we just click it, get it onto here. Oops, it's sat on its side. Just get it flat. Like that. Cement. Line it up. Slide it away. There you go, that's my magnets in there. Ready for installation. Which I think I can do now. Just see. See the way they've bored like that there? I don't know if it's going to cause a problem when I'm lining up. So I'm going to check which way they go. So if I turn it this way, 3 goes here and 2 goes here. But when I turn it over, because this is the way I put them on, we have to swap these over. That one goes there, that one goes there. That's how I do it. So let's see how it goes on. So it goes like that. Yeah, it goes there, there, and there. Okay. So we've got to put glue. Let me zoom out a little bit. So we're going to put glue here, 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 and here. So it sits like that, and there is a gap. Just checking which way around the hooks go. So it's like the hooks go. Yeah, the hooks go that way. So I'm going to put glue on those areas like we've done before. Here, 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 and here. So I'm going to put glue here. Like that. And glue on here. And there'll be enough glue to spread on both of them, as we'd done before. So I'm just going to turn it like that, so you can see what I'm doing. So we take some glue off there and put it on here. and then take some glue off here like that and put it on this one. As you can see, there's plenty to go around. And this is the fun part, because they've pulled in, it's going to be a bit tricky to get it fitted. So it goes like that, that. It is a little fiddly to get it in. So those two are in now. So we've got to get the other two in. That one goes in there, that one in there. So they're in. And there is a gap here, and there's supposed to be a gap here. And then we'll do the other side. Just rinse and repeat. So we'll put glue on here, and we'll put glue there. Take some glue off this, put it on here. Take some glue off here, put it on here. Put some on here. Let's make sure they're covered like that. Get the other one on. Make sure the magnets are outside and not inside. Just got to open that gap. To get these two to line up there. That's them two on. Just got to get the other two lined up now. Okay, let's make sure they're all flush. Yeah. That's not flush. It is now. Yeah, I'm having a problem with these not being flush. Just leave this to dry now. This whole thing. Because we are going to attach it on top of this one. Yeah, so I've pulled right out on the camera because we've got to put these two together. I've not put one of these ones together yet because remember I had a piece missing and I couldn't complete it. I'm going to put glue in there and the glue in there, and then spread it around. So spread it in there like that, take some out, put it in there like that, take some more out, put it in there. Do the same on the other side. Well, there isn't as much in this one, like, but just take some out of there, put it in there, spread it all around. Oops. So you can take some more out, put it in there. Like that. And then I've got to put some glue across here. Let's zoom in a little bit more now. Put some glue, because this is the bottom. It's not mentioning about the pegs unless the dowling pegs go in after. Yeah, so it says connect the slots aligned. attach the frame assembly before the glue dries. It's recommended to secure the frame with closed pegs. Clips what I use. Insert 10mm pins. Right, we do that afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue here, like that. So I'm not going to cover the holes. Okay. So we've got to spread this around, but I'm not going to cover the holes. Like I said, I've just repeating myself. So we'll go across there like that, and just make sure we've got a fair amount of glue going across here, like that. And there, like that. Yeah, there we go. So I think that's everything that needs gluing. And then I've got to spin it around and put it in place. So I'm going to put it in there. I will be using clips because it's quite a complicated piece that's going together. Slowly start spinning it around to there. It's quite a feat, this. Those two have to come together. That has to go in there. That goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there. To kind of lock it together. You see. Yeah, I'm going to have to use clips to get it together. Trying to get this one together is a bit tricky. Alright, that's together now. I'm going to clip it. So clip that one there. Clip it there. These are not in yet. That's in. So I'm going to clip that one. It's flush as well, so I'm going to clip it there. No, I'm going to have to re-clip that. This one's not going in right. Okay, so I need to clip it here. If I can, there, like that. And clip it here as well. I need to pull it so it's in place like that. And clip it there. Need some more clips. This is not going yet. That's in. And just checking everywhere else. Clip it there as well. Yeah, that's quite a piece of engineering. As you can see, that's sliding out. Yeah, it is. That's quite a feat of engineering, that. Then we've got to cut some there's the holes underneath. what size is 10 mil? 10 mil. The remainder of the rod. Okay. So cut 3 10 mil long pins from the dowel-in. With a craft knife and insert them into the holes in the horizontals. Secure with wood glue, yes. Okay. So, right, yeah, so once this is dry, I'm just showing you how big it is there. Look, how big, that's how big it is there, it's huge. So once that's dry, I'll put the dowel-in in. I'll cut these in the meantime. Yeah, so I'll cut the dowel-ins off off camera. So what I'm going to do is I'll put them in there. There's one there, one there, and one there. I'm just going to put glue on them, just to stop them from falling out, just to seal them, top and bottom. Oh, that's a lot of glue. Let's see if we can take some off. I'm not going to be able to use that glue actually. It's clogged with other stuff. Just need to clean the end of this. Right, try that one again. Need a bit of glue just to dab on the tops like that. Like that. There. And then I'm going to turn it upside down and do the same on the other sides, just to stop them from falling out. So let me just that's where they are, here, here and here. Dabbing it around, just to make sure that it holds it in place like that. And then we've got to put these corners on. I'm okay with this, but this one, these are supposed to go here, but they don't seem like they're going to fit. So I'm going to split this and move that back, because I haven't done these yet, because I couldn't do it in the last frame that I was building. So I'm just going to zoom in like that, and then separate these corners. I know where they have to go, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure why we need them. Because they're supposed to go there like that. Right there on that edge. So that's where I'm going to put them, even though I don't really know why they're there. But obviously there is a reason. So this is quite a delicate thing, because I've got to glue all the thin strip. Like that. it goes on the edge like that. Start lining it up. I wonder if I can clip him in place. Yeah, kind of. Let me just. So that they stay where they're supposed to stay. Like that. And then the last one at the bottom. Like that. And then I'll put one on the other side and clip it. It's interesting. So we need to glue this edge. Maybe it's for the panels that go on, I don't know. Doesn't really explain why we do it, but obviously there is a reason, or we wouldn't be putting them on. There we go. Let's just get this on here. Right, so we'll start to put this one on this side and clip it, because it's very thin. It won't really hold the way it's supposed to. Make sure it's on the edge like that. just get it clipped in place before it dries. Like that. Let me get another clip. Just to make sure it's done at the bottom. There, that's it. That's how I do mine anyway. But there's the ones that go in there, unless we have to cut them. Let's see. Separate the long corner pieces and the short corner pieces with an ice. Attach them to the edges of Oh, we've got to attach them right up here as well. Alright, yeah. We're not putting them in here. It looked like we were putting them in here. So if I go, yeah, we've got to put them higher up as well. So once these are dried, I'm going to put this one, split this one, and do that side and that side off camera, because you're not going to be able to see it because it's up here. Let's let that dry. So I've done the top part, the corners, so they're done. I'll show you once I get the clips off. So that's what the corners look like there. See? This little tiny piece that goes up there, and it turns it into a corner like that all the way up. So that's that done. Those two pieces are put together now. You see how big it is. There's my hand. That is what we should be left with there. And that completes the first part of issue 84. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.